Starla.
I'm Mik.
And we are
Our Fan-Based Games. Yeah.
And we're back for another week.
On the couch.
Yeah, we thought we would take a more relaxed approach to this episode.
Because we're going to be talking.
We're going to talk about something a little bit different.
Yes.
We're not going to give you a bunch of lists or all that this time.
No.
We're going to talk about what we're calling the gateway experience.
Ooh, I like that. The gateway experience. Now, family, I know some folk got some issues about the word gateway, but we like it because the term we use it in is welcoming. You know, the gateway is open up, and we're welcoming new players in to find these fantastic games and our fantastic hobby to let them go on further into it.
Yeah.
So it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing.
Yeah, because I mean, the definition of gateway, as you tried to say, was it's an opening to something else. So it's the beginning, and when you open up that gateway, you're into something else. And that's what we think about these games, especially when it comes to newcomers.
Mm-hmm.
When they're coming in to modern board games, they get into the gateway and they're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
There's so many other games out there that I didn't know about.
Yes, because once they go past Ticket to Ride, they're just like, oh my God, there's other stuff. Mm-hmm. So that's what.
But first of all, we got to get them a Ticket to Ride.
We got to get them a Ticket to Ride. And that's what we're kind of talking about today.
We got to talk about getting the Ticket to Ride.
Yes. So first, what we going to do, Starla?
Well, first we're going to hear a word from our sponsor.
Yeah. KTBG. Let's go.
Kids Table Board Gaming. Making casual games for the serious gamers and serious games for the casual gamers. Publisher of Fossilis, Wreck Raiders, Haunt the House, their upcoming game Creature Comforts, and many, many more. Visit kidstablebg.com to see a complete catalog.
Hey, much love to KTBG.
Board gaming.
Yes.
We're so happy to have them as a sponsor.
Yes, we are.
And that's part of the good news. That's the good news. The bad news is the weight loss journey. It wasn't a good week, folks.
No, it was not. But give them the story, Starla. You gotta give them the story.
But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell you why it wasn't a good week.
Yes.
For the past several weeks, I've been suffering with shoulder pain and numbness in my arm.
Yeah.
And I put up with it for the longest. So even when we're taping, sometimes I'm having pain, and I'm hoping that you guys never see that.
She's a trooper, y'all. She's a trooper.
I try to keep a smile on my face and pain, but it just got to be too much. Even with all the home remedies, icy hot patches. And
she don't like to go to the doctor.
Heating pads on. I really don't like visiting doctors unless I have to.
I'll go to the doctor. I will go.
Yes.
I will go.
He will go for anything.
For anything.
Anything he's ready to go.
I feel pain. Doctor.
But finally, I finally broke down and went to the doctor, and it wasn't as bad as I thought. I have a pinched nerve in my shoulder. Yeah. And she put me on these medications, and so I'm on steroids and muscle relaxers and painkillers, and so I feel good today.
She's doing better. She's all medicated. I feel good
today. But last week she just wanted me to ease up and not do too much, so I did not work out at all. And not working out.
You didn't go to work on Wednesday.
Thursday. I took the day off.
Thursday, you took the day off. Yeah.
So it's just, I had to rest up a little bit. And then in resting up and not working out and not being able to do much with my shoulder, I had to depend on this one to cook.
I can't cook, y'all. I can't cook. I get my own self sick. I can't cook, y'all. I can't cook.
All you can do is call on him. Jesus.
Why you gotta call on him?
Because we have to pick up food because he literally cannot cook. I used to think he said that just to not cook, but I gave him perfectly good chicken. Already clean, already seasoned. All he had to do was saute it, and he messed that up.
Yes, I did. It got my own self sick, y'all. I was trying to put something. Whatever. I messed up, y'all. I messed up.
I just have to say that from now on, if I can't cook it, we just have to eat out, which is what we ended up doing. We picked up quite a bit of stuff.
And then we picked up the weight. You did 2.6.
Yes.
And I did 2.4.
Yes.
But I mean, it was the circumstances. Because I can't work out without you.
Yeah, I know.
I got to work out. We partners in this. We partners.
I know. So we took a break this past week. No workouts. Followed the plan as best as we could, but not.
I'm trying to take care of her.
So next week.
Next week. We're starting today. When you taping, we're gonna be doing something.
That's right. So there we go. But that is the weight loss journey.
Yes.
And we'll be right back with board game news.
Yay! Some more happier news.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. Here we go. My news. I feel like a real journalist, kind of, sorta.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, I got some pretty good news that kind of ties in to the gateway experience of getting new gamers into the hobby. On June 20th, Target put out 4 new games on their shelf that really kind of, welcomes folk in. Some of them. The first one is Trails by Keymaster. Kind of a little smaller version of Parks. And that I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Then we have Terraforming Mars Ares Expedition, which is kind of the little brother of Terraforming Mars.
Okay.
There you go. See? There you go. And then also they came out with Summer Camp, that a lot of people have been talking about. It's a really cool game that a lot of folks have been talking about, and I'm really interested in it too. Summer Camp. And then the last one, well, here we go. Taco Bell Party Pack.
That's a game?
It's a card game, yeah. Yeah.
Is that really a gateway game?
It's a fun thing.
Okay.
It's a fun thing. That'll bring people in when they see Taco Bell, like, cool, let's get it, Hey,
I'm not gonna say anything about it. I don't know the game,
but it's cool that you have those type of games out there, so people can really kind of, dip their toe into the hobby and come on in.
Yes.
All right, next one. Whiz Kids, along with Board Game Brothers that we know, Amari and his brother, they announced that they're doing a game called DJ Jeff and the Fresh Prince Summertime. It's a quick card game to prove you are the coolest during the summer.
Okay.
Players earn cool points by playing action, having the energy and boost cards.
Okay.
So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, Summertime was a big hit for Will Smith.
Summertime was the jam. It still is, because on a lot of African American stations, when summer hits, that song is played. To this day. So when folks say, why are you doing that? That's so old ago. Oh, that's so old and nobody remembers that. We remember.
Summertime.
We remember. We remember the Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince.
We remember that. That was a jam. All right, my last one. Our friends at Board and Dice, they announced that they have a new line of games in partnership with Board Game Geek called Board Game Geek Essentials. And will be brought, and they're going to be on Board Game Geek, and you have to buy them as exclusively through BGG. And they plan on making one game a year, and it's kind of slanted toward family a little bit, And the first one up is called Zapotec. They back in, they do all that Central American stuff, all that stuff. They do that.
That one right?
Yeah, Zapotec. I got it right. Now those T games, I ain't gonna touch them T games. They can have them T games, because I ain't touching T games. I ain't doing that. But Zapotec is gonna release in November of 2021.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool. So it's kind of a really cool, family type weight game that you can get on BGG. Right. Through Board and Dice. That's good. I like that. So that's all I got.
Okay, so that's it?
Yes.
That's all the news.
That's all I got for the news. Yes.
All right, so now.
Yes.
We are ready for the part of the episode.
Yes, we are. I'm ready to discuss it.
So we want to talk about the gateway experience.
Yes.
And we thought of this topic because last weekend for Father's Day, Mik wanted to go to Spielbound.
All eyes on me.
Spielbound is our local gaming cafe.
Yes, it is.
And we love going to Spielbound.
Yes, we do.
Happy we can go back.
Hey, Caleb. What's up, Caleb?
So we went to Spellbound on Sunday, and we were playing Wingspan, having a great time.
You won.
Yes, I did. And we had a great time. And then we saw this family come in to play some games.
Yes.
And they happened to be people of color.
Yes.
It was African-American family.
Yes.
And the family came in, and they were waiting on someone else. We kind of overheard the conversation because we were right there. And they'd never been to Spellbound before.
Kind of didn't know what was going on.
They were really, unaware of really what a board gaming cafe is.
Yeah, they didn't know.
So the lady kind of said, I'm waiting on, I think it was on her cousin.
Waiting on her husband's sister to come in. Because when the sister came, she said, I think the wife said, well, why did you bring us here? Yeah. And the sister said, well, my brother likes games. Yeah. Maybe he'll like this.
Yeah, somebody at her job had told her
somebody at her job told her about it. Yeah.
So when they got
y'all, we were nosy. We were nosy, y'all. We were
nosy. It's just that the tables were closed, so we just happened to hear what was going on. Yeah. And we didn't want to bother them. We didn't want to pry. We were playing our game. Yeah. But we saw them, bringing in such, I don't know what to call these games. I don't want to insult the games per se.
Insult Jenga. They brought Jenga.
Well, that's what they ended up playing. Yeah. The other games they brought were also just... They were not good. Little tiny games, just stuff that we wanted them to do something.
And we're not being elitist. We're just saying the games were just not good. Yeah. And when you want to tip your toe into the hobby, those weren't the ones. They weren't the ones.
And for them to wind up with Jenga.
Yeah, because they were frustrated. They got frustrated. They didn't know what to get. They didn't know the rules. Yeah. And it was, and the one thing, it was nobody in the cafe to really help them. Yeah. The cafe staff. And I did talk to the owner, and he said that, they're going to get better at that. Yeah. But, that's a really good thing. But, it just... it's just nobody there to help.
It's almost like when you go to a restaurant and then while you're at your table, a waiter comes by to check on you, see how you're doing. And at these type of gaming facilities, whether it's a board gaming shop where you can play or whether it's a board game cafe, I think that they should have staff on board to help people have a gateway experience. To stop by and check on you, say, hey, are you doing okay? You got any questions for us? Are there any games that you're interested in? Something to help these people, because I really feel like we would lose these people from the hobby and lose their interest if we hadn't really talked to them and said, hey, we went over to their table after they were playing Jenga, they finally knocked the tower down and just wasn't seeming to have a good time. We just went over, we introduced ourselves and said, hey, if you want any help, any suggestions, let us know. Yeah. Because we want to see you guys have a good time since you took the time to come. Yeah. And they were really happy with that suggestion. They had picked up some smaller games for the kids, and they were going to play those next. But it was just the fact that we wanted to make them feel welcome. Yes. We wanted to give them a gateway experience. Yes. And so we did that.
Yeah, and because we don't want them to say, oh, this is crazy.
And no one talked to us.
And we didn't have a good time. We didn't know what we were doing and never come back. Exactly. And then they're stuck in the land of, Hasbro. Yes. No offense to Hasbro, and but come on now. Some of their games are trash now. Come on, you know it. Yes. You know it. But, we don't want them to be, just stay there. Yeah. So that's why we kind of approached them and said, hey, the gateway experience.
And then we had two other young ladies.
Yes.
Looked like they were college age ladies that had come in for the first time. They were sitting the other side. Yeah. And they were playing with the game and had no idea what they were doing. They had the rules everywhere.
They had Cosmic Encounter Duel. Yeah. And when I approached them and said, well, have you played Cosmic Encounter? They said, nope. I said, have you kind of heard of it? And they said, nope. I'm like, ugh. Yeah. I said, well, this is a good game and try to do it. And we tried to suggest some other games for them, but they really wanted to try that one because they said it looked nice. And that's cool. That's cool. But, I didn't want them to get frustrated because it looked like they were getting frustrated.
They did because they had the rules out. They were really confused.
And then they were getting a little frustrated.
And I just didn't want to see these two young ladies leave and not experience some other games. So we wanted to give them suggestions. The ladies that we talked to and the family seemed to be very appreciative that someone actually took the time to say something. Now, we're not telling you to go out there and accost people.
No.
And not to go over there and say, well, I overheard your conversation. No. We want to tell you about this. No. But if you see people, that are new, you can tell that they're confused. It would be nice, maybe let the cafe know that they need to send someone over to help them out if you don't want to do it, if you don't want to approach them, or if you feel like approaching someone, just saying, hey, if you want to know about some new games, I'd love to help you out. Let me tell you about this one. And if they seem receptive, talk to them. If they don't, say, hey, I just wanted to offer my help and hope you guys have a good time. That's all you have to do. But you don't have to be intrusive per se.
Yeah,
you know.
because people are starting to come out now.
They are coming
and people
out.
are going out and going places, and a lot of these board game cafes, they're going to show up there before they show up to a gaming store, because that's a little bit more less intimidating than walking into a gaming store like, oh my Lord, what's going on? You know, so I think that's like they're like the vanguard of trying to bring these, you know, new people into the hobby.
Yes.
You know, because they're gonna go like, oh, we can have some drinks, we can eat a little bit and try these board games out. You know, what's going on?
Like we've been seeing, people talking about how the gaming stores and the gaming cafes are like the gatekeepers into the hobby.
Yeah.
When people come there, especially people who are new, they need help.
They need help.
And it's not that you feel like they don't have the ability to play the games. You know, you don't want to talk down to anybody, but just my friendly suggestion on, you know, have you been here before? Have you ever played these kind of games? You know, what do you like to do? Just kind of helping them figure out the best path to go, and then let them explore.
Because it was real disturbing that you know, Jen, the board game librarian, what's up, Jen?
Hey, Jen?
You know, had an issue where they walked, you know, her and her husband walked into a store, and the people in the store was more catered to, oh, you here with your husband to play board games or to see what's going on. They didn't give her the respect that she's a board gamer too.
Exactly.
And we can't have that.
No, we don't
You know,
want
that's
that.
not welcoming, and that's not bringing new people in.
Not at all. And that just killed this. If she was new, that would have just killed her spirit right there.
Yeah.
She wouldn't have a gateway experience.
Yeah.
She wouldn't have this.
We can't do that, y'all. We can't do that.
And wonderful. And we want people to have that when they come to different places. The opening is something new and wonderful. We talked about our experience when we did our Beyond Monopoly series, and how we didn't have a gateway experience most times, but we were determined to learn these games and be a part of this hobby because it's something that we happen to like to do.
Yes.
But other people may not be so determined. Other people may be, well, let me try it out, and if I like it, I'll do it. If not, I'll do something else. And then we've lost people from the hobby, and then they've lost an experience that could really be something fantastic in their life because they did not feel welcome.
That's right. That's right. Because we want people to be welcome.
Yes.
And, you know, because, I mean, we got to grow this hobby. And that's why OFPG was created, to grow this hobby and bring diversity and inclusion. And the first step is that gateway experience.
That gateway experience.
Because that's what we talk about, bringing new families in.
Bring families in.
And that's what it is, the gateway experience. Got to bring them in.
So, I mean, this is really all we want to talk about. We're not going to belabor this point.
No.
But we just want to share an experience that we had personally just last week.
But we're going to keep talking about it, not belabor, but we're going to keep talking about it, because that's what we are. That's what we are.
And we want to share that with you so that if you run across people like the ones we ran across last week, be welcoming. Give them a gateway experience. You know, be that opening to something new and wonderful that they can remember, and that they'll remember, oh, these people told us about this game, or oh, these people were so nice to me when I came there. Be that.
We got to spread the gospel, y'all. We got to spread the gospel. Because, you know, if you're in Target, like I have been sometimes, and some folk are having some issues, I just say, excuse me, so what kind of game you looking for? You know, that's me. That's me. That's me. You know,
I'm like, leave those people alone.
You know, I'm like me. You know, like, leave that side over there with Hasbro and stuff and come over here to the strategy games. You know, move this away. You know, move away. You know,
so,
I try to do that.
That's something that we want to do. And I just thought we were so moved by what happened on last weekend that we just thought we'd share it with you. So that when you have that opportunity, take advantage of it. Help people out. Help people find a way to enjoy life.
Yes.
You know, because board games are fun for us.
Yes, they are.
And it's a way to enjoy life. We're only here for a short period of time, and we want to find as much enjoyment as we can. And board games are one way to do that.
Yes, yes. And, you know, not putting down all the Hasbro games, because some of them are okay. But, you know, there's so many better games in our hobby that I want, you know, people to really experience.
Yes.
You know, and so be good, be kind. Like they say, be kind. And let's bring some folk in here. Yeah.
So that's it for this episode.
That's it?
That's it.
That's it. All right.
But if you haven't gotten your OFPG shirt,
come on, y'all. Come on.
Had whatever.
Yeah.
Check us out on Teespring.
Cup, you know, cups,
tumblers.
Yeah, tumblers.
You know, Humanity is a co-op.
There we go. There we go. The only co-op that she will play. The only co-op. Yeah.
So if you haven't, check us out on Spring or Teespring. Either way.
It's spring.
It's spring now.
It's spring. Yeah, it's spring.
So check us out there. And I think that's it.
Well, Starla, wait a minute. where can they find OFPG in this wilderness we call social media?
Well, if you're looking for Our Family Plays Games,
Yeah.
you can find us on Facebook.
That's right.
Instagram.
Yep.
Twitter. Right here on YouTube.
Right here.
And if you're in Omaha, Nebraska,
If you're here,
you can check us out on Cox Channel 22.
Yeah.
Saturdays at 8:30 p.m.
Yeah.
And Tuesdays at 4:30 p.m.
Locally, y'all. Locally. All right.
So that's it for us.
Yay.
Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we will see you next week.
Now remember, family, talk to us, conversate, leave some comments. Let's talk about things. What do you feel about, the Gateway experience? Let us know. And always know, we love you guys
Yes,
now.
we do.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.